We're back with another virtual Hunger Games. I know, it's been like 2 years. This time it's a little different. Last time I made my friends fight in the Hunger Games. This time we're throwing up some of the iconic horror villains. I don't know, this is the list that I got when I looked it up, but some of them I did think I needed to put in there just for, because they are iconic. But we're gonna go over them. I'm just gonna tell you which ones were on the list and which ones I threw in because I thought they were iconic. Also, I did throw in the big boys, the main slashers in that. So let's get to it. Let's look at the districts. District 1, we have Freddy Krueger, the one with the knives on the hand with dream abilities. And in District 1, we also have Mama from Mama. If you didn't know, Freddy Krueger is from Nightmare on Elm Street. I should just let you know. Mama is from Mama. It's a horror movie. I don't really know much about it. That was one of the iconic horror villains that was on the Cosmopolitan's 40 scariest horror villains list. I don't think she ranked that high though. District 2, we have Michael Myers from the Halloween franchise and Carrie from Carrie. Michael doesn't really need any introduction, one of the first slashers put onto screen, but Carrie is a Stephen King adaptation, and it's the girl with blood all over her. That one. District 3, we got Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th and Annabelle from Annabelle and the Conjuring verse. If you don't remember, this won't actually take into account any of their abilities or that. It's all for fun. District 4, we have Chucky, which should actually be on the same team as Annabelle now I think about it, because they're both dolls. But with Chucky from Child's Play, but we have Samara teamed up with him. Samara is from The Ring. District 5, we have Candyman, the original Candyman. Teamed up with him, we have the Nun from The Nun and the Conjuring verse. District 6, we have Pinhead from Hellraiser and The Thing. Fun fact, this website doesn't actually let you put in question mark for it. It will force you to choose male or female. So if I didn't know, I just left it as what it is. But I think for The Thing, I just made The Thing a man. But The Thing is The Thing. No one knows what The Thing is. It's from The Thing. District 7, we have Ghostface. And Audrey 2. Little Shop of Horrors. That's where Audrey 2's from. District 8, we have Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies. And Dracula, the most famous vampire. District 9, we have the Wolfman. And Imhotep from The Mummy. District 10, we have Frankenstein's monster. I did that just so that people would get off me if I just put Frankenstein. It's Frankenstein, it's actually the monster. And the Invisible Man. I thought it was easier to use the original 30s Invisible Man than the new one because you can't see him in the new one really, and that's the point. District 11, we have the Xenomorph and Pumpkinhead. And finally, District 12, we have Mr. Babadook and Diana Walter. If you don't know who Diana Walter is, she is the monster antagonist from Lights Out by David F. Sandberg. But we have our districts, we have our teams, which is the same thing. Let's get into it. Let's see who will win this slasher games. I'll let myself out. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horns sound. Frankenstein's monster scares Audrey 2 away from the cornucopia. Imhotep finds a backpack full of camping equipment. Samara runs away from the cornucopia. The Invisible Man takes a spear from inside the cornucopia. Chucky runs away from the cornucopia. The Wolfman sets the Thing on fire with a Molotov. That's pretty accurate. Annabelle runs away from the cornucopia. The dolls might team up. They both got the big brain. Michael Myers clutches a first aid kit and runs away. Dracula runs away from the cornucopia. The Nun runs away from the cornucopia. The Xenomorph runs away from the cornucopia. Carrie shoots an arrow at Pumpkinhead, but misses and kills Candyman instead. Aww, I was hoping Candyman would go a little farther. I actually don't know who I think will win. Before I continue, I'm gonna put my money on Ghostface. Let's see how far Ghostface goes. Freddy Krueger runs away from the cornucopia. Pinhead runs away from the cornucopia, and Diana Walter also runs away from the cornucopia. Leatherface catches Ghostface off guard and kills him. Well, it's not Ghostface. Mr. Babadook runs away from the cornucopia, and Jason Voorhees and Mama fight for a bag. Jason Voorhees gives up and retreats. I don't think Jason would have given up, but, you know, let's proceed. Day 1. Jason, Dracula, Michael, and Frankenstein's monster raid Mama's camp while she is hunting. Mama, you shouldn't have left your camp so vulnerable. The Invisible Man strangles Imhotep after engaging in a fistfight. Which, though, is Imhotep dead? Because that's actually a great strategy for the Invisible Man. Invisible Man, if this actually took into account their powers, I think the Invisible Man would have won. Diana Walter camouflages herself in the bushes. Annabelle searches for a water source. Carrie, Samara, the Wolfman, and the Nun form a suicide pact, killing themselves? Why? Well, we lost a lot already. Chucky and Pumpkinhead work together for the day. The Xenomorph makes a wooden spear. You got a spear on your tail, my dude. Leatherface camouflages himself in the bushes. Smart. Mr. Babadook, Audrey 2, Pinhead, and Freddy Krueger hunt for other tributes. Never imagined that team up happening. 8 cannon shots can be heard in the distance for The Thing, Candyman, Ghostface, Imhotep, Carrie, Samara, the Wolfman, and the Nun. We'll see everyone's stats so far. We have only 2 people have gotten killed. 3 people. The Invisible Man, the Wolfman, and Carrie all got kills. Night 1. Freddy Krueger receives an explosive from unknown sponsor. Diana Walter, Pinhead, and Frankenstein's monster sleep in shifts. Mr. Babadook receives fresh food from Festival Foods. The Invisible Man tends to his wounds. What wounds, my guy? Xenomorph convinces Dracula to snuggle with her. Leatherface sets up camp for the night. Jason Voorhees, Chucky, Audrey 2, and Pumpkinhead tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. What kind of ghost stories would horror icons tell each other? Those probably even scarier. Annabelle, Michael Myers, and Mama sleep in shifts. Day 2. Mama makes a wooden spear. Pumpkinhead practices his archery, and Pinhead injures himself. Did you do accidentally trip and hit your face? Chucky begs for Frankenstein's monster to kill him. He refuses, keeping Chucky alive. Invisible Man receives fresh food from Walmart. Audrey 2 explores the arena, and the Xenomorph steals from Leatherface while he isn't looking. Annabelle tries to sleep through the entire day, while Diana Walter, Mr. Babadook, Jason Voorhees, and Freddy Krueger raid Michael Myers' camp while he is hunting. Dracula is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Also, I thought you guys should know that. No cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Night 2. Pinhead, Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, Mr. Babadook, and Pumpkinhead sleep in shifts. The Invisible Man thinks about winning. Annabelle sets Diana Walter on fire with a Molotov. Jesus Christ. Frankenstein's monster, Leatherface, and Xenomorph track down and kill Chucky. Oh my god! Dracula is awoken by nightmares. What kind of nightmares are you having? Freddy Krueger receives a hatchet from Cabela's. Mama loses sight on where she is, and Audrey 2 questions her sanity. Day 3. Mama discovers a river, while Pumpkinhead receives clean water from Amazon. The Xenomorph and Freddy Krueger hunt for other tributes, and Frankenstein's monster sets Audrey 2 on fire with a Molotov. Accurate. That's all I gotta say. Although, Frankenstein's monster should be afraid of the Molotov. But again, this doesn't take into account anything. Annabelle diverts the Invisible Man's attention and runs away. Pinhead thinks about home. Pinhead is really homesick for hell. Dracula chases Michael Myers. Leatherface receives fresh food from Pick and Save. Jason Voorhees makes a slingshot, and Mr. Babadook constructs a shack. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Diana Walter, Chucky, and Audrey 2. We got 12 out of the 24. We're already halfway done. Nope, that got copyright claimed. We are not putting Big Time Rushes halfway there. Good. Night 3. Dracula convinces Pumpkinhead to snuggle with him, while Mr. Babadook tends to his wounds. Mama and Xenomorph talk about the tributes still alive, and Michael Myers begs for Jason Voorhees to kill him. He refuses, keeping Michael Myers alive. This is the second time he's shown mercy, which is something I can't say for the movies. I've never seen Friday the 13th. I have them, I should probably watch them. Freddy Krueger cooks his food before putting his fire out, and Leatherface defeats Pinhead in a fight, but spares his life. Annabelle and Frankenstein's monsters tell stories about themselves to each other. You know, I'm just a demon that decided I'm gonna fuck with people while you're with this doll. And Frankenstein's monster's like, I got brought back to life. I'm actually an amalgamation of like 15 people. The Invisible Man attempts to climb a tree, but falls to his death. Didn't think that's how he would go. Day 4. Mama receives fresh food from Festival Foods. Dracula shoots a poisonous dart into Pumpkinhead's neck, slowly killing him. Frankenstein's monster receives fresh food from Quick Trip. Jason Voorhees also receives fresh food from Casey's. Xenomorph, Leatherface, Annabelle, Freddy Krueger, and Michael Myers track down and kill Pinhead, while Mr. Babadook receives a hatchet from Gander Mountain. Does Gander Mountain even exist anymore? I know one closed down in Madison. It's been a while. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance for our fallen tributes. Invisible Man, Pumpkinhead, and Pinhead. And I want to point out, Districts 4, 5, and 6 are completely gone. District 7 is gone. District 9 is gone. There's only 2 districts that still have both of their contestants alive, and that's District 1 and District 3. I swear to God, I hope it's a Freddy versus Jason by the end of this. That would be insane. Night 4. Leatherface sets up camp for the night, and the Xenomorph severely injures Mama and leaves her to die. Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, Frankenstein's monster, Mr. Babadook, and Jason Voorhees sleep in shifts, while Dracula sees a fire, but stays hidden. Annabelle tries to treat her infection. I didn't know a doll could get sick. The feast. The cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's families. Leatherface catches Freddy Krueger off guard and kills him. What the fuck? I wanted a Freddy vs. Jason game. Annabelle decides not to go to the feast. The Xenomorph, Jason Voorhees, and Dracula confront each other, but grab what they want slowly to avoid conflict. Michael Myers severely slices Frankenstein's monster with a sword, while Mr. Babadook falls into a pit and dies. Day 5. The Xenomorph receives an explosive from unknown sponsor. I'm not putting any company with an explosive, guys. No. Jason Voorhees explores the arena, while Michael Myers and Dracula hunt for other tributes. Annabelle discovers a cave, and Leatherface makes a slingshot. 4 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. 1 for Mama, 1 for Freddy Krueger, 1 for Frankenstein's monster, and 1 for Mr. Babadook. Oh, just like that, District 1 is gone. They're dead. I didn't even realize that. Night 5. The Xenomorph thinks about winning, while Dracula falls into a pit and dies. Leatherface fends Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers, and Annabelle away from his fire. Day 6. Michael Myers tends to the Xenomorph's wounds. Jason Voorhees thinks about Camp Crystal Lake. Annabelle chases Leatherface. Leatherface should be able to outrun Annabelle. It's a fucking doll. 1 cannon shot can be heard in the distance for Dracula. We have 5 contestants left, guys. The Xenomorph receives fresh food from Quick Trip. Jason Voorhees strangles Michael Myers with a rope. Leatherface stays awake all night, and Annabelle sees a fire but stays hidden. Day 7. Jason Voorhees attacks Leatherface, but he manages to escape. The Xenomorph dies from an infection, and Annabelle sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. 1 for Michael Myers, 1 for the Xenomorph. The Xenomorph went out like a bitch. Really? An infection killed the perfect organism? Not very perfect to me. Let's see the stats. 10 out of 12 districts are gone. Only 1 district still has both of their people, and Leatherface is dominating in the kills. Night 7. Annabelle unknowingly eats toxic berries, and Leatherface sets Jason Voorhees on fire with a Molotov. The winner is Leatherface from District 8. Never have expected it. And guess what? When we proceed, I was hoping to still show them in black and white. You would never know who's alive. Because Leatherface is black and white. But that was the slasher games. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this. And you know, it was really fun. It was really interesting. Can't believe I thought Ghostface was gonna make it. When literally the next thing I read of him is that he's dead. But again, was not expecting it to be Leatherface though. So yeah. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed. Let me know who your favorite slasher is in this list of 24. Until next video, I'll see you in the future. Happy Halloween.